Peace and greetings, everyone. Doing another live demonstration. Thanks for watching. Setting up the test subjects. Alright, we got a few phones here. We got like 3 phones going on. We're also testing out the Wi-Fi Pineapple. So we're gonna have the Wi-Fi Pineapple on this phone, which is this little guy. So let's log into there. Hey, DIY builder. Peace. Shout out to all of India. Setting up my phones. Let me connect to. I'm gonna connect to this Wi-Fi Pineapple, hacking with a router. I'm gonna show you how that looks. Hey, Ranjit, Ritkin, Sack. See ya. So I'm gonna connect to there we go. So I'm connected to the Wi-Fi Pineapple. So now we can go back and we're gonna log in. Alright, so we're logged in to the hacker NRF. Please make NRF box a marauder. Yeah, I have something similar to the NRF box. I have some things coming out that are a little cooler. So we're here now in this Wi-Fi Pineapple. And if you're not aware, it's connected to this router. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scan. So right now, this is scanning all networks in the area. While we do that, we got some other tools we're going to be testing out, kicking off Wi-Fi. Yeah, there's some really cool things coming up soon. I've been talking to this one guy, and we're gonna do some collaborations. But there's some like really cool evolutions of the NRF box that have like 3 NRFs. Some guy has one that has like multiple microcontrollers. So we got some cool stuff coming up. All right, cool. So right now I'm gonna stop this scan. Then we can load. So now, pretty cool. You got this cool dashboard. So now you have all these networks that were found. Now you can control this either through your computer or through your phone. So here we have one of my test networks. So you can get all the information from it. And then you can also deauthorize it. So let's see. Connected right now. Oh. Get this guy off. And yeah, this has a lot of really cool features. Um, you can also like add different notes and stuff. I am in America. We're over here on the West Coast. Hey, Nicholas, thanks for coming in. And then you can also check out a whole bunch of other clients. And this is just from one quick scan. Um, so then you can go over to the modules, and I have a few different modules. Um, there's a HackRF module. There's a spoofing one, PMKID attacks. So you can do quite a bunch. And here's the menu too. I have a few guides on how to build these. You really just take. There's a few different routers you're gonna need. Old ones, you know, you could do it with any router, but you'd have to build from source. But once you get it going, um, these are pretty cool. I have one left. I bought 9 of these, and they were pretty popular. Um, and then you have the configuration for the Pineapple AP. So you could do quite a few different really cool things, get into the nitty gritty. It's really how you choose to use this. And then you have here captured handshakes, and then you could also inject raw frames as well with this. So you really, you know, you could get into the nitty gritty with just this tiny little router. And as you can see, my test network got disconnected. So let's turn that off. So we're gonna look at another way to kick people off Wi-Fi. So right now, once again, we're on the test network. This is a 2.4 gigahertz network. And we have our little guy. Hey, Yellow Oreo. How's it going? Our little Wi-Fi deauthor. We're just gonna hit scan. So right now it's scanning for networks, and we're gonna try and find my test hacking network, which I highly recommend. You segment out your router so you can have some test networks to mess around with and not piss off your parents or something. So we're gonna go back, and then there's also a cool packet monitor too on here, and this looks for nearby packet activity. But we're gonna go up to select and hit APs, and let me find our network. And you also could just select all if you want to just blow them all. But I'm gonna scan one more time. We didn't find our exact network on there. And I'm gonna be showing next another iteration of this. I wanted to do this one because I want to show people with really just $2. You could kick off a network. Oh, Sean Jeeves in the house. Wow. But yeah, you could get this off of AliExpress for like you know, $2 or whatever. Yes, you could go in my GitHub and find the code for this PCB, and get the PCB files, and you can also get the code. All right, so we scanned again. Let's go back and see if we can find our network. There we go. and you'll select the network. And then on attack, you got a whole bunch of cool little features there as well. Thank you, Sanjeev. So hit deauth and start. And this one is pretty much the same. I kind of just made a quick little PCB. And who knows? I'll probably, because this is just such a small, simple PCB, I'll probably make a custom one for it. So literally, you just buy this off AliExpress, and you got yourself a hacking tool. How cool is that? Now you don't have to solder in the monitor and all that. Hey, Jay Morris. Jay Morris is in the house? Damn. And yeah, it would be cool to have it on its own PCB, because then it'll be a lot smaller with the buttons and whatnot. But once again, you just go scan and do your stuff. But one of my more favorite hacking tools as of late is my little Nethunter phone. I got a few of these too. I probably had like close to 10 of these, but I have about, I think, 2 or 3 left. Maybe I think I have 2 left. Really 1, because I want to keep 1 to test around. But this is the Nethunter phone. I'm turning the camera off. But yeah, this is the Nethunter phone, and here I have an Deauthers Wi-Fi adapter, and you need this for monitor mode and promiscuous mode. So this allows to inject and monitor packets, and this was only $11 on AliExpress, and then you just need a adapter, of course. But what's cool with this is we will open up the terminal, and we'll hit Kali. So first thing you gotta do is enable monitor mode, and the quickest way I like to do that is just go into Wi-Fi, which is like a combination of air crack and a whole bunch of other stuff. So it finds the interfaces. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos on the Nethunter phone. I've been messing around with a few different Wi-Fi adapters, but this one's kind of my favorite, and works pretty much every time. So I'm going to select 3. So you could see this is my number 3 is the driver that I'm using. So now it's enabling monitor mode. And as you can see, it's picking up all nearby networks. And the list keeps growing every time it finds some more. So with Wi-Fi, you could do quite a lot of cool attacks. But for now, I'm going to show you guys the more graphical version, a little easier version to use. So we have this app, Hijacker app. So we'll click that. And this is pretty much the graphical version of Wi-Fi. And I like it a little bit more personally. So here we're on our test network. Thanos never dies. Oh, let me connect again to it. There you go. They're connected, and let's find this test network. So you can just scroll through and try and find the network you're looking for. And I found Thanos Never Dies, so I'm going to click watch. So now it just focuses on that network and all the devices on it. So you could select individual devices and just kick off a single device. Like if you know the MAC address or the exact phone, Okay, you can see it even shows manufacturer. So it's showing the HTC phone, which is that Google Pixel. Sanji, what I do, I am an electrical engineer. I do a lot of interesting projects. The stuff I'm showing is the fun stuff. Um, so instead of just disconnecting one client, let's go and just disconnect everything on Thanos Never Dies. So disconnect started, and it has been disconnected. I also took off the music too. I was playing music from that network. We'll go back. Now that that's turned off. Oh, still deauthorizing. Let me turn it off. Connecting. Yes, but what I really like about this is that it's super quick. Let me restart the app so it stops deauthorizing. But it's super quick. You can do a lot of other cool things. So we'll jump back into the hijacker app. I'll show you a few other cool things. And our test network is back online. Um, But yeah, there's a few other things. You can set an alias. Let's say if you're doing a test and there's a lot of different networks, so you could set some notes. Um, you can watch, you could copy the MAC address, which is good because for other scripts in in the Kali Linux tools, is really helpful if you have the exact MAC address for what you need. You can type info and get a good idea of what things are on, and this is really helpful too if you're using the like Wi-Fi Bluetooth jammers. Let me answer some questions. No, I just wanted to be a cybersecurity professional. I'm in 11th grade, so could you give me some advice on how to be a cybersecurity engineer or something like that? Yeah, I definitely recommend definitely learn coding, Python and C++, and just get into some cool hands-on cybersecurity programs like Try Hack Me and just stuff that have not only learning but those sandboxes and those hands-on courses where you can do like those virtual machines using Kali Linux. There's a Google course on Coursera that's free. It's like free for 30 months. There's a lot of cool free courses. Especially, I took the Google cybersecurity one just to get some like industry knowledge and get my head refreshed on certain things. Is that antenna RT5370? No, it's an Atheros. I'll find the link before the stream ends. Hey man, is the pineapple worth it, or should I build it myself? To be honest, I'd highly recommend going on eBay. There's a list of the routers that work, so just look for the cheapest one. I have a bunch of guides, and so if you follow along, it shouldn't be that difficult. Um, I do stuff on Kali Linux. Great, great, great. But once again, this is good too. Like let's say you're using the Wi-Fi Bluetooth jammer or the Wi-Fi jammer. If you see that a certain network is on channel 6, then you can, like with my project Starbeam or whatever else, you can specifically focus all three NRFs on like channel 6 or channel 11, but don't waste time going on random channels if you're only trying to block a certain channel. So this is like a really good way to really get analysis of certain things to do other certain things. Like it's not always just about doing one attack or one function. Like a whole bunch of different functions and attacks can all link together. So like let's say I wanted to set alias for this one. I'll be like test network. So now I got if you can see here, It says Thanos never dies, test network. And then we have a few other things on the attack. So we can disconnect or disconnect client. And then you could copy disconnect command if you want to build onto that. DOS, so just like denial of service, slow down the network. And then crack. So we'll go over to the crack area. So once you've captured, so what this is doing, it's making a capture file of all these networks and different handshakes that have been received. So then you could go in and select or load capture files. Like if you had capture files from your Kali Linux, you could just take the SD card out and plug it into an adapter here like this. And then you could you could have a headless Raspberry Pi, pop the SD card here, and then do further analysis on there. So I just click that, and then they have a whole bunch of word lists. It comes with some word lists, but I usually have a USB flash drive in here because then you can have like a billion word lists on there. And then you just select the word list, and then depending on how big your word list is, it might take a while, it might not. And that's where it comes in to get a newer Nethunter phone or try and create a newer one, because the newer ones obviously have more RAM, a little bit more faster. But normally this would probably take like a few minutes to be running and do what it needs to do. So let me restart that. They also have a few other things. Here we have beacon flooding. So let's see what that looks like. So I'm going to select my test network. I'm going to DOS my own network, okay? And then, boom. So now I'm going to go over to speed test real quick. I learned most from your videos, which helped me a lot with my homemade project. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. And it gets a lot easier. Like, this stuff might seem a little bit difficult at first. So let me do a speed test. If I can connect. There we go. So normally, I get a lot faster than that. We'll turn off the DDoS. So let's restart this. Okay. So it's a little faster now without the DOS. And I'm a little further away from my main router. But the denial of service definitely did slow it down. So yeah, sometimes if you're not trying to completely deauthenticate, you might want to just lag out the network. You can do that as well. Man, we're getting a lot of fucking networks. Here, let me restart my router, or my, what's it called? Yeah, and there's also some custom actions you could do as well in here. So this is where you can really get into the nitty gritty and do a lot more. You use a combination of different commands and go a little bit more beyond than what this app does. And then, of course, in the settings, if you're having issues, this is just like a little tip. The main stuff is right here. You're going to need to make sure your interface is accurate because I'm plugging in this adapter. It's not WLAN 0 like normal. So make sure you get the right interface, and then you have commands if you want to run your own way to get into monitor mode. Yeah, thanks, not Sanjeev. Yeah, beacon attacks are pretty interesting. And then I like to enable arrow dump at start as well. And then if you're also having problems, you gotta make sure you install the drivers, and you can also restore and do some other stuff, but you might need to check that as well. Yeah, but that's really just a cool way to just a real quick intro. Like literally, you could turn this phone on. You don't need to know anything really if it's all set up, um, and you could just start hacking pretty instantaneously. Um, but yeah, I wanted to show a quick few tools, and I am going to be doing a lot more videos on this. I have some like different modifications I want to try and mess around, maybe some different antennas and stuff. But there's a lot of cool stuff. I got super lucky when I got these. I got I think about like 10 of these for $140. I don't know what happened, but some guy was selling a lot of them. And now they're like really hard to get. I want to make some videos on them just so people can find cheaper versions. I might even try and go on eBay, because I do have some that are like $20, $30. Because this one right now is like $120 to $200 each. I don't know what happened, but these really skyrocketed. I don't know if people caught on. I don't know if I'm pretty sure my videos might have influenced it, but it's impossible to get these cheap now. So I'm going to try and find some cheaper options in the $20 to $30 range that you could still make a powerful hacking router. And also, I have the PCB for the 5 gigahertz Deauther, which this will be the last thing I'll test out. So sometimes if you need a little bit more, because these only affect 2.4 gigahertz, we have the 5 gigahertz Deauther, and some people have been doing some really cool things. I pretty much just made the code for the display and stuff, so everyone could just go and do whatever else, because this originally just had the serial, and then you had to completely re-edit the Adafruit display library. So I did all the annoying hard work, and there seems to be a lot of really cool projects. I'm working on adding a project that has an ESP32 and a BW16, so you could do 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz functions at the same time, continuously. So there's been a lot of cool stuff on that, and Starbeam version 2 will have a BW16 and another ESP32. So there's a lot of interesting things going on. So let me connect to the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi network real quick. So I have a test 5 gigahertz network and a test 2.4 gigahertz network. What are your thoughts on M5 stick as an alternative to Flipper Zero? I highly recommend them. I personally don't have anything from M5 or Flipper Zero, because clearly I just make my own stuff. But M5 is really cool because they're super cheap. You can't lose, especially with the M5 stick. Bruce seems to be a really popular firmware. I highly recommend Bruce. The guy is a genius, and I really support his stuff. I personally have never used any of Bruce or any of that stuff, but I highly support it and highly recommend it. Flipper Zero is just expensive, and it's not that customizable. So anything M5, I highly recommend. And there are a few things I really can't make that I probably am going to get from M5. Like they have the T-Deck, like the BlackBerry ESP32 thing. That thing is crazy. I want to make a hacker tool out of that. You know what I mean? So I might dive into that, especially because the community with M5 is super big. I would like to make some cool firmware, I don't know, for it if possible. So we're connected to the 5 gigahertz network. I don't know if you see that. So now we're going to go select scan we're gonna select scan here, and it's scanning for here. Yeah, it's cool to make your own stuff, you know. Of course, it's not going to be as great as Flipper Zero. I mean, Flipper Zero is an amazing company. And the person who designed the case, I think, is like Russian or something. And did amazing work. I don't know. You can't really hate on that. So we're going to scroll through and find our test network. Okay. And let me move that wire. We found the test network. So we're going to select that. Then we're going to go up to attack. And just like the other one, there's a bunch of cool attacks. So let me make sure I'm on the network. Let me connect on this guy. It sucks. I'm kind of far away from my my router, so it's not the best connection. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to make clones for Flipper Zero. I mean, a lot of people have tried. I'm kind of working on some things. I have some ideas in the future. Anyways, here we are. We're connected. We have the attack ready to go. So now it's attacking. Let's see if it's going in. All right. So this is interesting because normally 5 gigahertz networks are thought to be really strong. And I'm working with the HackRF and Project Starbeam to kind of make a way to like remotely also jam 5 gigahertz signals. Because at the moment, we've been doing a lot with the Wi-Fi jamming and Bluetooth jamming and drone jamming. But 5 gigahertz signal generation is a little bit more difficult to do. But that's where connecting, especially like a mobile 5 gigahertz solution. You know, you don't want to hold your laptop with your HackRF, you know, generating signals and stuff. So the idea is to use Starbeam and Orange Pi 2W0 and the HackRF, wrap it all into one, and from 5 hertz all the way to 6 gigahertz, you could do whatever signal jamming you want to do. Is there a way to crack WP or WPA3? That is pretty difficult, but of course, there always is. It'll probably take a little longer, but I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff. I got my Google Cloud. I did a Google Cloud course, like a full course from start to bottom, you know, so I could learn how to do cloud operations with hacking. So, you know, with the beauty of a lot of these cool AI models, um, we're going to be able to do some really cool, awesome stuff, cracking in the cloud, cloud vulnerability scanning, a whole bunch of other really cool stuff. But yeah, this was just a quick little demonstration. Once again, we're going to be making some more Wi-Fi pineapple videos and some more Nethunter phone videos, just because I feel like this stuff's a little bit more accessible. And then obviously you could go back and see some of my other videos on the other crazy stuff, but we're really working up towards once again 4G and 5G private cell phone networks, and a lot of security testing and vulnerabilities in 4G, 5G networks, especially making your own private ones. That's really my next biggest goal for the rest of the year. So we're pretty much just wrapping everything up. We're wrapping up Starbeam, we're wrapping up, getting the last final prototypes wrapped up, you know, getting the last bit of information on some of these cool hacker gadgets, and then we're going to the moon. You know, I'm just trying to wrap everything up, you know, because once we go to like 4G, 5G cellular, and you know, real SDR, software defined radio stuff, where this stuff's gonna be in the past. Yeah, so I'm super excited. Hopefully by next year, I'll be teaching you guys how to pull out a generator and turn on a 30 gigahertz signal generator. That's the goal. So peace and love, and we are going there. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for giving thumbs up. 36 minutes, just doing a quick morning live. I like to do these daily live demonstrations because I am going to be doing a lot of courses and locally and just in different areas. I'm doing a lot of these live demos and education and outreach, and really just trying to grow the community. And yeah, and I have some videos coming up. A subscriber sent me their broken Bluetooth jammer, so I'm going to be repairing that and walking through just some of those type of services. Anyways, peace. Jump in the Discord if you're not. Hit up the link tree to see other stuff. I'll see you guys pretty soon. Peace.